Hey everybody, it's Myke.
And Ryan.
And you're listening to the Cologne podcast.
Welcome.
Ryan's running on very little sleep.
I got 3 hours of sleep.
Allegedly. Hey, can we say a special shout out to our friends in New York for listening to us?
For real.
Thank you guys so much.
We got a lot of you listening, so thanks. We really appreciate it and hope you enjoyed today's show.
Today, we're talking about Curve for Men by Liz Claiborne.
Man, I'm hearing that's a good one. I personally have never smelled it.
We are going all the way back to 1996. It's a very polarizing scent.
Okay.
Because I was looking at some of the reviews on Fragrantica, and all the ladies seem to be horny she-goats whenever it's... whenever it comes to it. But MLG 420 McSwaggerton said he's going to keep it short and sweet. Don't buy it.
Ooh.
So we'll see. Stick around if you want to know why McSwaggerton could be right or wrong.
But before we dabble into your nefarious past, Myke, let's give our one-night stand review of Joe Malone's Wood Sage and Sea Salt.
Hit the music, Todd. Yeah. One-night stand review.
Okay, after laying in bed next to
with Joanne Malone.
What do you say? What do you think?
First of all, I'm sorry, Joanne, but you didn't last very long.
Man, no, I have to agree. I mean, I said it the other day. It was within a few seconds, it was dying down. It dies down really quick and not but like an hour or two of that. It's not that good.
I've kind of reformulated my view on it, though. Maybe we're faulted by default to continuously think, oh, this is unisex, this is for a man, this isn't, It's not great for a man as a unisex, but I was thinking about it yesterday, it would be an intriguing scent on a woman.
Yeah, it would,
it would last. If it would last, which again, a woman doesn't want to be blaring scent anyways.
Yeah.
Because you were saying, Sarah said, women are mostly wearing scents for other women.
Yeah.
They're not really doing it, like men put it on, we're like, oh, we're going to attract the ladies, we're going to spray on this curve and attract the ladies. But women, they're not doing that as like a mating call. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for women, I feel like Joanne Malone's Wood Sage and Sea Salt might be an interesting scent for a woman because it does have that peppery grapefruit, the seaweed in there.
Yeah.
So that kind of becomes like this interesting, almost masculine note that just peeks out every once in a while and you go, ooh, there's something spicy about this lady.
Yeah, my wife was pretty disappointed that we were disappointed in it. But, I do like the smell of it. I do favor the smell. I would wear it, but I will have to say its longevity is really low. So,
and just because we don't like this single scent, Sarah, doesn't mean we're dropping the people's elbow on the entire fragrance house. I have faith that Joe Malone London is going to produce something great for us.
And when we get there, we'll get there. So back off.
Okay.
But with that being said,
I'm switching from skip it to if you're a lady, sample it, possibly buy it.
Okay, there you go. I'm going to say definitely.
All right, let's get into Curve, shall we?
He loves cutting me off. Let's get into Curve. Tell me about it. I'm looking at this lime green, yellowish, piss stained box here.
There we go. Possibly the greatest thing to come out of 1996. Liz Claiborne's Curve for Men.
So what was this like for you when it first came out? I remember the other day you said...
Yeah, it was a gift from a girlfriend, and she was probably politely saying, Myke, you smell terrible. Spray this on your body. Or maybe it's like, when you kind of grow up and you're like dating, but you're, middle school, high school, you don't really know what sort of gifts to get.
Yeah.
It's just a default gift. Hey, if it's a dude, get him a cologne or a watch or a shirt,
Or Curve for Men by Liz Claiborne.
Exactly. Yeah, nothing special to it. Same box it had as it did in 96. Just iridescent greenish yellow, which I'm going to say is not the most flattering color to pick for a scent.
It's really not. I mean, I get where it's like for guys and stuff, but
if you replaced Curve with Shrek, it could be...
That's the color.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Well, just smelling it from the bottle, it does kind of smell pretty good.
Well,
so do you mind if I go ahead and spray it?
Hey, spray it up, y'all.
We're getting rid of that tag. I hate it.
No, we're not. It's going to be on t-shirts soon.
All right. There you go. Interesting.
All right.
Yeah, I can definitely see why in high school somebody would love this.
Smells like the 90s.
Man, that's actually a really good ass smell. Full disclosure to anybody listening, I have seriously 100% never smelled this. I don't know how I missed it either. That's the thing.
Yeah.
How did I go my entire existence not smelling this?
Because this was a huge scent, Ryan. This was a big deal.
No, I mean, just I've been reading on it the past couple of days, and it was. So I'm wondering how I missed it because it does smell good. You look perplexed over there, by the way. He's like having a time smelling coffee grind, smelling it.
I can't tell if I love it or hate it.
It is similar to not in scent, but in how many things it has. It has a similar 1,000 notes listed for it,
right?
Like CK1, but it's nowhere near as pungent as that was.
This is way more pleasant than CK1.
For sure.
And guys, it's so much cheaper too. You can get 4 ounces of this for $12.
Jesus. All the reviews that I was reading on Fragrantica, if that's how it's pronounced, all the men were saying, man, I really don't like it, but women love this scent.
Yeah.
And then all the women on there are going, oh my God, I love this scent.
And we were kind of talking about this with Ombre Leather by Tom Ford. When you have a strong scent memory, it evokes those sort of emotions.
Yeah.
And because this was such a popular scent, I'm sure when a woman smells it now, it reminds them of that young puppy love, of that, middle school, high school romance they had.
Yeah, I could see that. It smells good to me. It's very soft and now it's a little too sweet for me. I don't think I'd be vibing it. But like you said, almost every guy on there is saying the same thing. They're like, man, hey, look, I'm not too fond of it, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, so. Basically, one you read said it was a thong dropper.
Yeah. Oh, Vinny 8,888. He was dropping some knowledge on us.
Yeah, there you go. And I'm not going to lie, it does smell good. I like it. It just smells generic to me.
Yeah, it's the same problem that we keep running into over and over with anything back from our childhood or past. It seems like older fragrances are not sophisticated. It's all the stuff at one time to me. That's what it smells like.
I feel like when you spray this on, it comes across strong, but it chills out pretty quick.
Yeah.
And what's left on the skin is pretty nice.
Yeah.
The one thing I kept reading was women kept going, every time I smell this, I just want to hug the guy and sniff his skin.
I'm going to tell you, you're getting just a fresh review over here from me because I've never smelled this in my entire life.
Right.
I can see why it was popular. It's a good scent, man.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Not cool as in hip, but it's like a cool scent. It smells cool. It's sweet. It's super sweet to me.
It is kind of a youthful scent. I will say that.
Yes. Now look, not to say that some grown-ass man can't wear it, but I'm 6'2", pushing 6'3", and you hear my voice. This is not the signature scent I would throw on. But I just feel like, it's for a younger audience.
Yeah. I think I could get away with it.
You could. You're that person.
Especially if I shave my beard off. I look like 13 or 14. I can definitely get away with this.
I do like it, though. I've never smelled a smell like that with any cologne. That's kind of unique to me.
Yeah, I'm struggling with it because I wanted to hate it.
You want to hate it?
I wanted to before I sprayed it.
So you still like it?
I do like it. I didn't smell it whenever it came in the mail. I waited for the podcast to re-experience. So I haven't smelt this in, good Lord, 15 years.
Good Lord. I kind of like the design of the bottle. It's kind of got that grenade pin thing that
right.
Victor Ross Spice Bomb has. But
yeah, theirs is better.
To some degree. But I kind of like this. I like how this is like a thicker plastic. It feels good.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to keep it from leaking in your bag.
Man, this is interesting. It's super soft and sweet.
Yeah, it chills out. You could probably get away with pumping 10, 15 sprays of this like we did in middle school.
Just drown yourself in the smell.
That's what we did. And that's probably why kids always smell gross.
God, yeah.
They're like a mixture of a million different smells. Body odor and oversprayed terrible cologne.
I wouldn't categorize this as a terrible cologne, man.
I mean, I wouldn't. I'm just ragging on kids for a second.
Yeah. Fuck them kids, man.
I mean, I used to be one, so I can throw shade at them.
Man, I like this. This is very interesting to me, especially coming off the CK1 one, where it was like, man, I remember that being such a popular scent, and when I smell, I'm like, how was this popular? Because it's so overpowering. This, though, it kind of rides the edge of almost being too much. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it cools down. That CK1, we had to fumigate the studio after we were done doing that review.
Yeah, we took turns hosing each other off in the yard from one spray.
Yeah, I took a bath in tomato sauce after that one.
Yeah, I don't know how that one got popular. It must have been like maybe the original formulas were good, but it was
maybe
trash.
You know how there's this like, hey, when you apply a cologne, you spritz it in the air and you walk through it. Yeah. Maybe that's how it originated, because that's the only way you could apply CK1.
No doubt, man. It's so hilarious. It's like when I'm smelling it, it's almost there to where it's like it could be too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So MLG 420 McSwaggerton, does he have any? Okay, let's get into it. Skip it, sample it, or buy it, Ryan.
Well, I mean, damn, you said $12 for a 4.2 ounce. I would say buy this.
Yeah. That's
a cheap thing to get into, and it's a low risk, high reward. So, I mean, just try it, but trying it's actually just go out and buy it. $12. I mean, I've bought Happy Meals at McDonald's for about that same price. It's like,
no joke.
For me, and again, this is coming, I'm kind of stumped here a little bit just because I've never smelled this. So you're kind of getting me as a genuine reaction here. It really does smell good. I can see why women would like this smell. I really can see it.
Let me ask you this question, Ryan, before I get into my, am I going to skip it, sample it, or buy it? Obviously, I've already bought it, but
yeah.
What if I brought this to you and said, this is Creed's Curvaceous Deluxe?
Interesting. That's actually a good way to ask this question.
Would you smell it and go, oh yeah, I smell the quality in that?
I don't know. That's tough. It's the reason why it's tough for me to answer that is because this is legitimately the first time I've ever smelled this.
Sure.
Personally. So I guess I wouldn't say no, it would not be anything like that, just because I understand how kind of like even the scents I don't like from that brand that I've smelled so far, I can see the like intricacy of like the scents.
You can separate the quality from the name of the brand.
Yeah, this right here though, I wouldn't think it would be a good high end.
It doesn't come across as a special or niche or super high quality, but for me, I would say it's cheap.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones you can spray on if you're going to a family get together or something like that. You're not going to try to win anybody over unless you're trying to make passes at your sister-in-law or something like that. I don't think this is one you are going to spritz on before you take your lady out to a nice dinner. I don't think this is one you spritz on before you meet up with that chick you met on Tinder for Netflix and chill. But this is one where it's like you want to smell good, but you're not really throwing out your A game. You can save that better bottle of your Creed Aventus and spray this on and go have family Thanksgiving.
I'll say this. I agree with that. I think this is an everyday wear. You want to go to work, just throw on something quick, and nobody's going to think bad of it. I think you will actually get compliments on it. Kind of smelling it some more, and now it's kind of dried down, smelling a little bit better. I think I have smelled this. Like I've gotten in somebody's car to go somewhere, and maybe they had it on.
Yeah.
And it is to me, it's like hopefully this is a good representation here, but to me, it's like a fresh out the shower smell.
Yeah.
It's super clean. Now that it's died down a little bit, it's actually really clean. And
that is one thing about the 90s scents. Yeah. They are very shower gel.
I agree with that. And this one, it's a little bit more effeminate. And I think that's why I think women like this so much on a guy. It's not musky at all to me. It's more of like a soft, sweet scent, like fresh out of the shower. It's very clean. And I'm really impressed with this.
Going back to my youth, maybe this is why I do lean more unisex sweet fragrances, because I pretty much wore this and Adidas Moves,
Man.
Until Jamie Cresswell turned me on to Dolce & Gabbana's Poor Homme, the Poor Homie.
This is actually kind of flooding some history back into my head right now, because I have been around somebody that's worn this once or twice. I can't put a face to it, but somebody's definitely wore this, and it's a really good smell.
The sense of smell is so strong.
It is.
That somebody has a scent memory to this fragrance.
Oh, I will guarantee you that's why there's so many positive reviews from women on there.
Yeah.
Like every guy they've ever dated from any part of the United States probably did wear this at some point.
Right. I'm guessing 35 to 45-year-old women, this is a hit maker right here.
For sure. I'm going to wrap back around. Buy this, guys. This is coming from somebody who's really never really took it in. This is definitely unique, man. I'm really shocked. I'm genuinely shocked by this.
There you have it. I'm going to say buy it too. It's very little risk.
Yeah.
You drop $15-$20, you got plenty to go around.
And it's one of those things from, I guess, coming from you, like what you were saying. It's a history with fragrances that you remember from your childhood. And man, this is really good.
I don't hate it. I bought it.
Buy it, folks.
All right. Next episode, we may have the most polarizing scent. And we're doing a 2-for.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 in 1.
It's a 2-in-1. We're doing something very special for episode 12.
It is going to be extremely polarizing.
Yes.
And I'll give it a little hint here. We're not going to make it political.
Nope.
Not one bit. We're just going to 1 for 1. It's just for fragrance only. Could give a shit less about anything else about them.
Right. About the originator, creator, curator of the scent.
Yes. Look very much forward to it.
Well, if we haven't already given it away, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
But let's just say you have an opinion about this brand.
Oh, yeah. And the funny thing is, me or Mike did not know this existed. We stumbled across it and we're like,
instant buy.
Yeah, buy this. We have to know what the hell's going on with it.
We took the bullet for the listener.
For sure. Good point.
So all our friends out in New York, we're doing this for you.
Ooh. All right, with that, that's episode numero 11. So we're bouncing out. We're going to go live our life today and probably do something in the rain because it's storming.
Yeah. And if you got some curb, spray it up, y'all.
Please, for the love of God, we got to get